Yes. Hello, I'm Michael Kovac. I'm from Austria. We're here in Vienna at my wrestling school, the Powerplexx. I'm a professional wrestler for almost 18 years now. I've been up and down in 27 different countries in this world. And yeah, wrestling is what I love. Wrestling is what I do. Wrestling I'll do till I die, probably. You never know. And yes, that's me.
What promotions have you wrestled for?
Oh, maybe I stopped counting. It's probably like 60 or 70 different promotions. The most important, the names maybe people know, is ECW in the United States in '98, the original one. I had to try out for WWE, had to try out for TNA. I've been to Japan, and yeah, all the major promotions in Europe. The most important was the CWA. It's closed now. It was the biggest promotion ever in Austria and Germany. They had like for 30 or 40 years, they had like thousands of watchers, but it folded in 1999, and now there's smaller promotions, but everywhere. I stopped counting.
So why did you decide to open the school?
Why I decided to open a school, that's a good question, because when I started and I wanted to be a wrestler, there was no school. There was no school in Austria, there was no school in Germany. There was probably already schools in England, but England was a long way away, so I started, I want to be a wrestler, I want to learn it. I was lucky to get in the business then, but then I said I wanted to open a school for those people who had the dream like me and wanted to be a pro wrestler and wanted to help them. And I really love it. I really love to teach people, and I think I have a pretty good school.
So where's your favourite place to wrestle?
That's hard. There's a lot of good places in the world, but to be honest, I mean, nothing beats to be in the ring in front of a home crowd. So we really have some pretty good shows in Austria, like once a year, where there's like 12 to 1,400 people. But I mean, I enjoyed everywhere. The thing is, you want to collect countries, you go to new places, you enjoy it. I enjoyed it in the States, I enjoyed it in Japan. It's a tough question, but at the end of the day, I'd say, yeah, the home crowd. You want to be good in front of the home crowd.
Okay. People say that wrestling isn't real, it's not a real sport. How would you...
That's the thing, you know, you just did a training session, you know, how would you tell the people? I say, if you want to prove me wrong, come to the training. It's very hard. People don't see the injuries we have, the struggles, you have to work so hard, and you can put some holds on people and make them believe, because it's 80% sport. Okay, there's some show, I'm going to admit that, but it's a real little part. And if you don't know the show, you're not ready for the, if you don't know the sport, you're not ready for the show. That's one of my sentences.
I just had an hour session, and I found it really hard. How long does it take for someone to get to a standard where they could get in the ring, and how often do they have to train a week?
The thing is, I train the people just like once a week because I don't have too much time myself. But I'd say on a regular basis like that, it takes the people like a year if they wrestle like once a week and they have like 1 or 2 lessons. And I mean, it depends. There are people who are getting there quicker, and some people taking longer. But the harder you work, the better it is. And you know, in this business, you have to prove yourself every day. And as I said, there's not a day you can take lightly. You have to go to the gym, you have to go to the ring, you have to eat right, you have to sleep long, and that's it. And the more you want it, the sooner you make it.
With so much effort put in, and especially in America, the stuff depends on how the kayfabe goes. So does it make people annoyed if they've worked hard and they think they're better wrestlers, but the people getting the push aren't as good?
I think, yeah, and they're right so, because you know, in the 10 or 20 years ago, just the people got pushed who were the better wrestlers. But now, what really counts is who the people love. If the people love I don't know, a guy, then he gets the push. And normally the guy is the champion who sells the most merchandise. I mean, but that's the business. You get paid for that, and you know, sometimes you have to lose to a guy you know you can beat within a minute. But it's how you tell the story to the people. And kayfabe is gone. It died in the last 10-15 years. People know that it is a work, but it's hard work. And that's the difference. We still should get the respect of the people that what we do is we bring our passion in there. It's our body, it's our health, our injury, and that's the thing. But as you said, you know, you have to do what you have to do. That's pro wrestling. And if somebody pays me a lot of money, I don't mind, you know, losing to a weaker guy.
Like you say, it's changed a lot in the last like 20 years. It moved from being more pure wrestling to being more gimmicks and weapons and stuff, and then it's sort of scaling back on that. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the pure wrestling, or do you like it where there's more?
The thing is, to be honest, I really prefer the pure wrestling because that was how I was brought up. I mean, it is a sport in first place, and it should be competition in the thing. But you know, sometimes it doesn't hurt to have a good idea, especially for the television. If somebody's a good gimmick and it gets over by the people, why not? If the people want to see, at the end of the day, it's the people that buy the tickets, and if they want to see a guy jumping around in a costume, then they should have the guy jumping around in a costume. But normally, I really prefer the sport, the competitive side of the wrestling. But the thing is, it's a mixture of everything, and everybody should be happy.
Okay. And finally, who's the favorite person you've ever wrestled against?
That's hard. That's really hard. I have to mention like 2 or 3 names. One of the purest wrestlers in the world. He's still active. Is Finlay from Ireland. One of the toughest bastards in the world. He could crack anybody. I like to mention Rob Van Dam because I had some of the best matches with him. I really want to have one more go with Rob. And people I haven't had wrestle, and I really would love to, would be Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels retired, so that's gone. Kurt Angle would be great. I think he's one of the best in the world too. But on the other hand, there are so many good European wrestlers. I want to mention Doug Williams, which is the best English wrestler in the world right now, and we still have like good Austrian wrestlers like, what was the name? Michael Kovac. He's fantastic. You should check him out on YouTube. He's fantastic. So there's a lot of great talents in Europe. You better watch that, not just the cheesy peasy American stuff.